Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. And today we're doing another retrospective, this time looking at the Dino Attack theme, or as it is known here in Europe, Dino 2010. So the other day I was looking at some LEGO posts on Reddit, and I saw a picture of a massive attack helicopter fighting a T-Rex. I thought this is the coolest thing ever. Wait, hang on, this is an actual real set. And it led to me discovering the Dino Attack theme, which I didn't even know existed. So I thought it'd be really fun to take a look at this theme. And it started all the way back in 2005. And unfortunately, like most good LEGO themes, it only had one wave and then it was cancelled. So the premise behind this theme is that it takes place in the future, which was 2010 back in the day, but for us it's now in the past. And the world is being attacked by these giant mutated different dinosaur creatures. And then the Dino Attack team is formed to fight the mutated dinosaurs. So a super classic LEGO theme idea, which gave us some really cool sets. Now, interestingly, before we take a look at these sets, over here in Europe, the theme had a different name, Dino 2010. And there was actually some key differences between the American version and this version. In Dino Attack, the team used different weapons and rocket launchers to fight the dinosaurs, as well as their vehicles are different as they're kitted out with more weaponry. Whereas in Dino 2010, the team used grapple hooks and cages to capture them instead. And now let's begin this retrospective by taking a look at the smallest set of the wave. And for Dino Attack, that is the Steel Sprinter versus the Mutant Lizard. And this set was £299 or $499 in America. The Dino Attack version had 42 pieces, and 2010 had 39 pieces. So a really great price, and the builders, we get a little quad bike for the Dino Attack team, and then a Mutant Lizard, which is a really cool mold. And as we can see here, the Dino Attack member, who is called Digger, is using a big bazooka-like weapon to fight off the Mutant Lizard. And then in Dino 2010, he is using a grapple gun to capture the lizard. Now, something kind of cool about the Mutant Lizard is that there's different variations in different sets, and they all have different powers. Some have chameleon powers, acid breath, fire breath, as well as heightened stealth. So I believe the Black Lizard here is probably a stealth one, as it can blend into the darkness. Overall, it's a really great cheap set. For £3, you get a nice quad bike build, a cool minifigure, and a great Mutant Lizard. Alright, up next, we have the Urban Avenger versus the Raptor. And here in Europe, it's called Dino Boogie Chaser. It contains 87 pieces for Dino Attack, 83 pieces for Dino Boogie, and the price is £799 or $999. So for builds, we get a really nice Boogie build. Very simple, but still a lot of fun. And the Dino Attack member is called Shadow in this one. And in the American version, as we can see on the top of the Boogie, he has a machine gun or a missile launcher. And in Dino 2010, he has a grapple hook, which you can use to capture the dinosaur with. And in this set, we get a Mutant Velociraptor, which once again is a really cool mold and a really great design. I love the black color with the glowing red eyes. And as we go along, they actually get a lot creepier looking, and I can understand why the Dino Attack team used missiles and guns rather than the Dino Attack where they just use grappling hooks. So the Raptor has heightened strength, speed, and sensors, as well as it can generate a force field, so it's ridiculously overpowered. So I think it's going to take probably a bit more than a Boogie to beat this thing, but another really cool dinosaur and a nice little cheap set. Alright, our next set is called the Firehammer versus Mutant Lizards. Or over here in Europe, it's called Dino 4WD Trapper. So for both, we get like a really cool, like customized Humvee, I think they're called. Basically like a big military vehicle. And it's a really great build, looks like a really good size. And as LEGO don't do a lot of military vehicles now, it's really cool to see one made in LEGO form. And on Dino Attack, it has this really cool turret, which has a firing feature, so you can use it to fight off the different mutant lizards. And in Dino 2010, it has a cage build. I didn't really mind the changes in the first two, but I think for this one, Dino Attack is just a lot cooler. So the set contains 254 pieces for Dino Attack, and 283 for Dino 2010. The price was $14.99 or $19.99. And for minifigures, we get Viper for the Dino Attack team, and for dinosaurs, we get 3 different of the mutant lizards, which is just such a cool design. It's super creepy looking on a great mold. We get 3 different variants. We get the black one, which I assume is stealth. I'm guessing the purple one is the acid breath, and the orange one is the fire breath. So a really fantastic set. I love the vehicle, a great minifigure, and then 3 really cool mutant lizards, as well as being a really great price. Alright, up next, we're moving to some of the bigger sets. We have the Iron Predator versus the T-Rex, or we have the Dino Track Transport, which is a much less interesting name. So for the Dino Attack, it has 278 pieces, and for 2010, 365 pieces. It's £29.99 or $39.99. So a really good price per pot ratio, as well as you get a really impressive T-Rex. So taking a look at the Iron Predator, this is a really cool futuristic tank. It's a really cool design. I love the different treads. As well as for Dino Attack, it has a really cool turret on it. And it also includes a spring launcher on the end. And in the cockpit area, we do get another turret for one of the team members. And then unfortunately for Dino 2010, it loses the launcher and replaces it with a cage build. And it just looks a lot less cool and looks a lot less fun to play with. As a kid, having a tank fighting a T-Rex is one of the coolest sets you could ever have. So that is a bit of a disappointing change. Then for minifigures in both, we get Viper, Specs, and Digger. And I must admit, I love all the designs for these characters. They have that such classic LEGO early 2000s look to them. They all have really cool face prints and different torso prints. And taking a look at the T-Rex, it's a really fantastic mold. And crazy that the set is still so cheap with this massive T-Rex mold. It's a really good size and also kind of terrifying looking. I do believe you can actually push a button on the back of the heads and the eyes glow, which is really cool. We're taking a look at the T-Rex stats. It has massive strength, near invulnerability, and it also has laser vision. So when its eyes glow up, it means it's firing its laser. and its mouth is described as a furnace, so anything it bites, it will melt straight through. So absolutely terrifying. Could you imagine a T-Rex running at you with laser eyes, with the power to disintegrate you with a single bite or anything you're in? So the Dino Attack version makes a lot more sense, because if I have to fight that thing, I'm definitely bringing a tank with a massive turret on it and extra weapons rather than just bringing a big cage. However, once again, it's another amazing set, a really good price with a really cool build, 3 minifigures and a really great T-Rex. And for the final set and the biggest set, we have the T1 Typhoon versus T-Rex. Or we have Dino Air Tracker, which once again is unfortunately a lot less of a cool name. So the set contains 605 pieces for the Typhoon, or 701 pieces for the Tracker. The price is £49.99 or $69.99. So another really good price. And once again, we get a fantastic build. This time we get a helicopter. For Dino Attack, we get more of a tag helicopter. It is fully decked out of all these different weapons. At the front looks we get like a turret build. We get some missiles on the side, a big Gatling gun on the bottom. It even has a gunner seat with a machine gun, and then a massive spring launcher. The build is incredible. It looks really cool. Probably one of LEGO's best helicopter designs. Looks to be a really good size. You get 2 cockpits at the front, 1 at the back, and then a gunner seat, as well as a rappel feature. Then unfortunately for Dino 2010, it's once again a little bit of a downgrade. As we can see, it loses all of the weapons, and it looks more to be like a rescue helicopter than a tech helicopter anymore. But it still looks really cool. The actual base helicopter is amazing, and instead of the weapons, it replaces it with a massive cage to capture the T-Rex with, which you can actually airlift, which is a pretty good feature. And you also get a massive net, which I'm not sure is going to be big enough to capture the T-Rex, but you can't blame a minifig for trying. So for minifigures, we get all 4 members of the Dino Attack team. We get Shadow, Digger, Specs, and Viper. Once again, all really cool minifigures. And then for new dinosaurs, we get the Pteranodon, which once again is a really great mold and a really cool design. In terms of abilities, it obviously has flight agility, and it can also fire lightning. We also get another T-Rex, which uses the exact same mold and looks absolutely fantastic. However, this one is a slight variation where it has more red on the underbelly, so it's really great that they didn't just reuse the same one from the last set. So another fantastic set, a really great build, 4 really cool minifigures as well as 2 great dinosaurs. And that is the end of the Dino Attack or the Dino 2010 theme. And I am so glad I discovered this theme because it is so cool. I wish I knew about this when I was a kid so I could have got some of these sets. No, I think this might be the coolest dinosaur theme. The Jurassic World / Park theme does have lots of great sets with lots of cool different dinosaurs and different builds. But I really love the character designs, the creativity behind the different mutant creatures, and then all the builds are fantastic, especially the tank and the helicopter. It just seems to be like a lot more fun and creative. And there was so much potential to do more waves for this theme, with all the different dinosaurs they could have done with all the different mutant powers. It also would have been great to see an underwater version, like different Dino Attack team submarines, fighting different underwater mutant dinosaurs. So it's a shame it only got the 1 wave. Now, personally, I do think I prefer Dino Attack a lot more. I just think the type of vehicles, they just suit having turrets on them or missiles on them more than they do with the different cages. Especially for the tank and the helicopter, they both just look a lot better with weapons on them. And that is pretty much it for the Dino Attack theme. Let me know, everybody, what is your favourite set from this theme? And did you used to collect any of these sets? But that'll do for the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.